Hello guys, thanks for stopping in and just checking out what I've been up to with collecting. This time it'll be on some books I picked up for my horror collection. The one book I've been waiting on finally came in actually today. So yeah, it was like super late. What had happened is it actually got rerouted somehow to somewhere in Illinois, which, me being in Virginia, that's kind of weird how it got there from, like, started off in New Jersey. So, and then the shipping was what is it? The cheapest shipping, economy shipping. So economy shipping plus it accidentally getting over to somehow in Illinois. It took a little longer than expected, but it's just a lot of things. It's the holidays, so it being super busy with everybody buying that's just to be expected sometimes. So, but anyway, it's here. It's safe. I'm just thrilled that I didn't get lost because I got a really good deal on this book because it's from a series that's been out of print for quite some time, and so to get it for $15 was unbelievable, especially it being in good shape. So I'll show you what that book is when I get to it. So anyway, this is what I'm currently reading right now. I started reading this over the holidays, just a road trip to visit my wife's side of the family up in Ohio. So this was nice to kind of get a head start on this one. And one that finally happy to get off my wish list is the Life is But a Scream, the true story of the rebirth of famous monsters of filmland. And yeah, this one's been pretty interesting so far. I just started, haven't finished it yet, but had no idea about all the crazy drama and all the other interesting history to do with the creators of this magazine and what they had to go through. So yeah, been pretty cool so far. Book is in decent shape. Got this from a third-party seller for like a really good deal, and love that cover. It's all embossed, and I had a few of these magazines growing up when I was a kid. Just had a few of them, just from uncles that would give me theirs. But nowadays it's kind of hard to get these magazines for like a decent shape for a decent price because they've gotten pretty expensive nowadays to collect the famous monster stuff. But this book is pretty good to have. I've been enjoying it. Here's the synopsis in the back. So yeah, pretty good read. It's got some images here and there, all black and white, of course. Got some Adam West action there going with Batman, the OG Batman, OG TV Batman. Pretty cool. Hopefully you guys can see that all right, and hopefully you can hear me all right. My house is pretty active right now, so yeah, a lot of information here. So it's gonna be pretty cool to learn about what all went on and the troubles and stuff, like troubles and all the turmoil and whatnot that went on behind the scenes of getting this magazine back in action. So that's that. Pretty cool. Cheers. All right, the book that had gotten lost for a little bit but made it to my doorstep safely, and that is Meat is Murder. Going over the subgenre, cannibal subgenre, which is really cool. An illustrated guide to the cannibal culture. So this is the book I got for like 15 bucks. Trying to get my hands on more of these creation books series. This is my third one, so I got 3 of them so far. I've got the one, which I forget the title of that one. It's of Mondo Films, so it covers the Mondo cinema, that side of cinema. And then the other one I have is by the same author. What's her name? I forget. Hollywood Hex is the other book that she wrote as well. So I didn't realize I was grabbing another one of hers. So it's another one looking forward to diving in on this one. This looks to be a lot of fun. So anything to do with like cannibal movies and whatnot. And to get this for 15 bucks was awesome. I was almost thinking it was too good to be true. And it being lost in the mail, I was like, yeah, I shouldn't be surprised. So yeah, these books, they've been out of print for a while. And some of them go for like 150. Luckily for me, the ones that are going up for that high, I don't really want. Some of them, I don't know, it's up and down. It just depends on the sellers, really. I mean, the ones that are 150, next thing you know, you see other sellers asking for just 30 bucks. So it's just a waiting game. Got to play the waiting game for some of these books. So yeah, unfortunately for me, I'm a little late to the party and getting these. It's been out for a while, but these books are awesome. Hollywood Hex was an awesome read. So I'll flip through here as best I can, kind of give you guys an idea if you're not familiar with this one. New to me as well, so like I said, just got this in, so I think it's going to be a pretty fun read. Whoa, that's brutal. Got some Ed Gein action going on right there. I think that might be a real photograph. That looks legit from what I remember. I think that was a legit photograph. I don't think that was off the movie. There's been a few adaptations of the Ed Gein story. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, you've got some real, so I guess they do cover true crime in this, so that'll be interesting. They did with the Mondo. It wasn't just all about the movies. They covered real life Mondo stuff. What am I talking about? Yeah, Mondo is real. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by some of the noises. Just what inspired the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Covers Man from, that's a brutal scene. I think that's Man from Deep River. Or does that Make Them Die Slowly? That'll be in here as well. It's not, it's the other one. It's not Cannibal Holocaust. Oh, and rest in power, Deodato. Just heard about that. So, amazing director. So yeah, rest in power for him. But yeah, that reminded me. People Under the Stairs. Yeah, there's some cannibalism going on in that movie for sure. That's a cool movie, People Under the Stairs. Gotta love Roach. All right, I think that was Man from Deep River, or I think that might have been Cannibal Ferox, the one where he's tied. And yeah, that's a brutal scene. But yeah, that one. Glad to have that in. I'm trying to get these as much books as I can from the Creation series. So pretty cool. Meat is Murder. Cannibal Culture. Sorry if I feel like if I'm rushing things. I'm just trying to hurry up and put this video out before I take off, because it's the whole New Year's. Well, I'm not a partier, but I'm just a little get together thing. I gotta go. So that's that. The Living Mummy. Been wanting to get this. The Living Mummy and Other Stories by Jack Davis. Just addicted to collecting these EC horror comic library, the library series. So beautiful stuff. Definitely one of the classier books I've been wanting to get into. Now we're getting into some horror comics stuff now. That's the only cinema stuff I've grabbed recently. So really cool. Here's the back. If you can see that, that's kind of hard to, you guys probably can't see that too well. It's just the colors, it's not very favorable on the eyes. Sorry about that. But yeah, you got Story of the Living Mummy, and I imagine other ghoulish tales and tales of revenge and whatnot. Each story starting off as the Crypt of Terror kind of thing. All black and white. As best I can, I'll just kind of Here, why don't I do this? I'll do this instead. I'll do this as best I can. I'll just show you like the table of contents as best I can. You guys can pause that if you want to get a better understanding of what's going to be all in this book. Not the best lighting, I apologize, guys. And I know these books come in like a big box, like each one comes in like 3s, something like that, but I'm just kind of cherry picking from this series. I don't want all these. There's a lot. That's just some of them, the ones that I'm familiar with and are curious about. I'm only going after those, and then this will be pretty much a short-lived kind of hobby, and I'll just come back to these and revisit them every now and then and get some inspiration as far as what I feel like drawing or whatever. So yeah, pretty cool. This is how many do I have so far? I got 6 of them now. Here's the other 2. Pretty cool. That one. I get them all stacked up and I'll show you what they look like as far as all the spines together. No, I got I think I just got 5 of them so far. That's some other book there. So I just got this one. Okay, it's for this update. These I've collected in previous months. And that's what my collection is looking like so far. Definitely out of order, but oh well. Just give you guys an idea. So really cool. All right, we'll just set that over here. Set these back over here on this shelf. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Am I saying all right enough? Sorry. Okay, this next book is called Halftone Horrors, the history of horror movie comic books. So horror movie comic books based on horror movies. Yeah, right. And this book is dangerous. I flipped through it and I'm already like seeing comic books that I'm like, man, I wouldn't mind going after that series. So here we go, Halftone Horrors. Yeah, the history of horror movie comic books. Here's the back. There you go. Maybe you guys can read that. I'm not sure. All right, and I never knew that. I've always known that they've done comics of the Lost Boys. But as you can see, even the comics there that we're seeing in the movie. Here's the Lost Boys. This one's going to be kind of hard to show you guys. It's a kind of a big book here. But I never knew that they did comics based off of the movie Society. I thought that was really cool. Love that movie. And I never knew that Society had its own comic book series. Of course, I knew about Army of Darkness and The Evil Dead, because it covers that in here as well. But yeah, this is definitely a coffee table book for sure. So you guys probably can't see hardly any of that. Let's see. I'm trying to find the Night of the Living Dead. I remember walking into a few of my comic shops and seeing that available. Toxic Avenger, which is really cool. Trauma. Got some love for Trauma, so I remember those. I had a few of those comics, the Toxic Avenger ones. I never had a complete set though. It was just whatever I could find at one of my gas stations or at a grocery store. But yeah, this book is super dangerous because, like, Dawn of the Dead. I don't think I knew that they ever did comics of Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, all this is more of the modern, definitely more of the modern stuff. Oh, where is Society? I want to show that one because that's got some wild cover art. That's to be expected. But here's some Reanimator, which is cool. I didn't know that. Did some comics of, I don't think I did. I think I remember a Reanimator versus, I know they done a few of those. Like it'd be like Pinhead, like Hellraiser versus Friday the 13th. Or something. I'm just using, I'm just giving an example of sort of what I remember. I don't know if it was exactly those two movies, characters clashing. Yeah, I got some Vincent Price. That's cool. Going old school there. I didn't know about that. Yeah, this book is dangerous. It makes you want to go after. Oh, there it is. That tripped me out. I never knew about that. I was big into Society, so I kind of look at that. I didn't know about that. That zombie. It was really cool. I remember Zombie. I've known about that one. Yeah, Freaks. I didn't know they did a comic series on Freaks. How cool is that? Death Race. That's cool. Which I'm hoping Death Race 2000 gets a re-release onto Blu-ray, if not 4K. Because I am kicking myself for not getting Death Race 2000 when Shout put that out. I've seen the movie, but I just wasn't looking into collecting it and placing it into my horror collection. Now I want it. I just recently ordered the sequel. The sequel looks to be a lot of fun. Like, I know it's not going to be as, probably won't be as, I don't know. I hope I enjoy the sequel to Death Race 20. Yeah, it's Death Race 2050. So I mean, I watched the trailer recently, and it looked like a lot of fun. Like it looked like it was doing a good job of paying homage to the original. So it does have mixed reviews. So yeah, I never seen the sequel. I've only seen the first movie. But yeah, this is a cool book. I like it. There's a lot of comic books, horror comic books that I never knew were I just never seen them at comic shops. You know, I don't remember coming across Society, and some of these newer Toxic Avenger books are really cool. So yeah, I didn't know they did that much. All the Vincent Price stuff. What I showed you, I had no idea. So really cool and dangerous because it's like I don't need another hobby. I think just having this book and just being able to look at those comics is good enough for me. Because yeah, I definitely don't have the space and the extra money to try and like collect all that stuff. It is just, yeah, that's crazy. Species. I didn't know they did a comic series of Species. I love Species. So yeah, look at that. Here, I'm rambling. So yeah, that's that book. Pretty cool. Got a good price on that one. Again, third-party seller. I didn't have that one pre-ordered. I late to the party on that one. All right, and I'm still collecting these when I can. This is the EC Comics Horror Archives, the Chilling Archives of horror comics. The Complete Tales of Voodoo Volume 2. So they did Volume 1 and Volume 2. So here's Volume 2. Beautiful series of books here. You want to talk about being late to the party. I am super late to the party. So I already knew once I started getting a few of these that it's going to take me forever to collect all of these. Hopefully I can. I'm down to a few of them now. So yeah, I didn't have this one until now. Really good condition. I had to freaking reorder, so I got a new one in from the Horror by Heck because the other book that came in was just too destroyed to keep. So I got my money back on that other one, got a replacement for that other one. So, and it hasn't been smooth sailing collecting these. It's been a few bumpy roads and trying to get decent condition, get these books in decent condition. Cool. Oh, did I even show you guys the back? Here's the bit about the artist, if you guys can see that. I know it's sorry about the glare. Really cool. Mask of the Monster. I just wanted to go easy with these books, so I'll try my best to. Again, I know the lighting's not the best, but hopefully, we'll add for the woman eater. Okay, I don't think I'm doing too good of a job of, but yeah, you guys get printed real nice. Oh, here we go. I should just show images like that, you know. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, that's pretty wild. Check that out. Coming up out of the carpet, or the rug or whatever, and strangling her. That's crazy. Beast of Baghdad. That's wild. So cool. So yeah, the Complete Tales of Voodoo Volume 2. Beautiful editions, man. They really went all out with these. So yeah, grabbing all these when I can. So, and then because these remain at like a really good price, like 20 bucks a pop. They changed from this quality, unfortunately. They changed from this quality in the series. See how nice, really nice, to now this. These, to my knowledge, these were the last three, and the cheapest, and readily available to buy, thankfully. And thankfully they're like cheap, like much cheaper than, you know, the rest of the series. So this one is Classic Monsters of Pre-Code Horror Comic Books. This one deals with, the theme for this is ghosts. So this is the quality. It's still nice quality, but it's nowhere near the level of what they were doing. So yeah, their last three are like this now. So I guess it was just a money issue thing, or what? Or maybe these were just strictly just bonus sort of stuff to put out before they ended the thing completely. But ghosts, correct me if I'm wrong. I know a lot of you are way more in the loop than I am. Really cool. All the stories just dealing obviously with ghosts. So yeah, definitely fun to read. Like read these on a late rainy night or something, you know. Any time of the day, really. So cool. Here's the back. Maybe you guys can read that. So yeah, Classic Monsters of the Pre-Code Horror Comic Books. Ghosts. Stories on ghosts. This one is the classic Monsters of Pre-Code Horror Comics, and this is stories on mummies. Here's the back. Hopefully you guys can make that out, what that says. Check that out. That's pretty cool, right? Like, no, don't bury me alive. Web of mystery. I've already shown that one. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, so mummies and ghosts. Or, sorry. And then the last one of the series, I might probably go in out of order, I don't know. Classic Monsters of Pre-Code Horror Comic Books, Swamp Monsters. That might be my favorite. I don't know, this are the ghosts. I like ghost stories, so, but I like some good swamp creatures as well. Stories on swamp, woodsy monsters is always a win. Check that out. That's pretty cool art, right? Cursed swamps. Forbidden worlds. Ghostly weird stories. You gotta love that art. That's just a product of its time for sure, how it was drawn back then. Just that style. Some classic stuff right there. Bayou Vengeance. Alright, so here's the three. There you go. And that, to my knowledge, was the last of the series, is when they started putting them out like this. Been cool if they completed it sticking with this style, but I guess it was just too costly. I don't know. It just wasn't in the budget anymore. I have no idea. Or those were just sort of kind of like a bonus sort of deal. I don't know. You guys can let me know, those of you who do know. I read a few reviews and it sounds like that's just what they eventually turned into, is just sort of a lesser quality. Well, not lesser quality, but not just as well made. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, that is the book update. Didn't realize I was on the last one. So again, thanks again for stopping by, just checking out what I've been up to with collecting. I hope you guys got a kick out of that one. Sorry if it feels rushed. I just wasn't expecting to make a video tonight until, well, that book came in. I was like, I think I can squeeze one out real quick, a video out real quick. That didn't sound right. So yeah, guys, take it easy, keep collecting, and later, have a good one.